Friends and neighbors, this is Neo Street back again. I made it to the second break of another PokerStars tournament, and let's see, I'll do my normal thing where I show you my stats. So I'm seeing the flop 28% of the time, and I won 4 of 6 showdowns and won 6 pots without even having to go to showdown, which is nice. So the money up top for the first place prize is $1,046,000, and I think this is the smallest number of people that made it to the second break when I have. There's only 14 players left, so that's 2 tables of 7 each. I'm in 10th place, so I'm just outside making the final table. And here we go. Okay, so again, I'm going to try to make the final table and do my best. And I saw my stack go up and down, and I'm sure it will again. So 6-3 is creme de caca, so I'll fold this with extreme prejudice. And if I do make it under the lights, you'll see the interface change as the 4 corners I have extra lighting. So I'm hoping I get there. I had one hand where I had to go all in, but I went all in with a big slick, which is ace king, and I held that. I made that pot, so that let me live another day. So queen jack offsuit, I'll give it a shot. My voice sounds a little hoarse. Sorry about that. Hopefully you can understand what I'm saying. So I made middle pair here with a jack. If someone doesn't bet, I'm not certainly not going to bet, but I'll come along for the ride for free. So 10 jack. So now I have an open-ended draw, an open-ended straight draw, where if I get a 9 or an ace coming, then that would be a straight. But this is a little too rich for my blood, so I'm going to fold this. Because if I called it, it would be half my stack, over half my stack, and that's just not the right play to do. Okay, so one guy dropped out already, so now we only have 13. So there's a table of 7 and a table of 6. So I'm still in the table of 7, which is good because I don't get hit by the blinds as much. Pair of 8s is good enough to call. If you hear dinging in the background, it's some text coming in my phone which I'm recharging. Okay, I'll check this. I'm just going to check it down as long as other people keep checking it down. Okay. Yeah, I'll fold this. It's likely this rescue player has the queen, so I'm gone. Now there's 12 people left, but I'm caboose boy. So let me fold this and show you who's up, how many chips are up top. One person in first place is 57,000. I have 10,000. So I have to fade 3 more players to make the final table. So we'll see if I can do it. Ace king is big slick. You never want to fold a big slick. Take it from me. So you just have, it's a crime against poker not to bet your big slick, or at least call with it. So I'm not going to let it go. So this could be it for me. Could be a very short video. We'll see. Yeah, he has a pair. So unless, oh, I got it. I got an ace on the turn. So that'll put some color in my cheeks. Pops me up to 8th place. So now I'm within the final table group. This is a check fold because 4 deuce offsuit is nothing. It's basically cocktail napkins. So I got bottom pair, I'll just check it. not going to bet that. I mean, not going to call that. Now I'm in 6th place, so someone else moved below me. Or was I in 6th before? I forget. Anyway, I think I might have been in 7th before. So someone just got dropped out. So now there's 11 players left, and I have to, this crappy interface, I have to move it back so I can see who's up top. So 5 deuce offsuit, that's a fold. So I'm in 7th. Oh shit. Here we go, back again. So there's 11 players left. So there's 5 at my table and 6 at the other table. So I'm going to get hit by the blinds a bit harder than the other table. So I got to fold 2 players, got to fade 2 players, meaning outlast 2 players to make it to the final table and see those lights come on. Okay, 10 tray offsuit is nothing. No brain cells were harmed in making that decision. 10-6, that's a fold too. It was suited, but it's 10-6, come on. Here I'm getting hit by the big blind, but I got a pretty good holding for being hit. So King 7 suited, so I hope this just checks around. I'll check it back. Wow, 3 queens. So I hope everyone checks this down. We'll see who has the balls to bet this. Okay, so if no one has a 9 or a jack or an ace, then I win the pot. But that's a lot of ifs. Oh, I forgot about the flush possibility. So now I'm in 10th out of 11. So I'm outside looking in at the final table. I'll fold this jack 5 offsuit. So it's going to be a photo finish again, whether I make it. But I get the dealer button next, so I only get hit with the ante. And so that's an L folderino. So the guy who's in 11th is at the other table. So hopefully he'll get knocked out, and we'll see. I gotta fade 2 players, so I'm still on the outside looking in. So with 5 players here, then I get hit 2 out of every 5 hands with either the small blind or the big blind. Okay, the other table is still they're going hand for hand because it's nearing the final table jump. Ace deuce offsuit. Oh, that's easy now. With that big a bet, I can fold without fear or shame. With fear, but without shame. Okay, let's fold this. So I'm going to get hit by the big blind again next hand. The blinds are what kill you in the end. You got to try to keep your stack healthy enough so that it can survive getting dinged by the small blind and the big blind every orbit. An orbit is when the dealer button goes around the table 1 time. So I got a pretty good holding for being in the big blind, but and I'm heads up. I'm the only one left, so heads up, that's not a bad hand. So I'll just check this, If he bets, I'm gone. I'm gone. He bullied me. He had the much bigger stack. So, oh, someone did get knocked out on the other table. So now there's 10 players left, 2 tables for 5. So now I have to fade one person to make the final table. And I'm going to get hit by the small blind next hand. And the small blind is currently 1.6K. Unless the other table takes so long that it pops up. The blinds increase, obviously. Oh yeah, another big slick, a suited big slick. So I am in like Flynn. Okay. I gotta stick with it. There, I was rewarded for sticking with it. I get beat by a 2-pair, but hopefully no one has a 2-pair. Okay, chip infusion, baby. Yes, sirree. That popped me up to 7th place. And we're hand for hand because the other table is still in progress on their hand. So things are looking good for lights coming on. All right, I'm the dealer button, so I don't have to call or do anything. I can just fold. So this is the last time it'll be 2 tables. As soon as the next person gets knocked out, it'll be 9 left and it'll be all at 1 table. So getting under the lights never gets old, because it doesn't happen that often. Things that are rare are precious. All right, that's a fold. All right, the next hand I will still miss the big blind. In 2 hands, I'm going to get the big blind again. The big blind is currently up to 3.6K, and it increases to 4K in 2 minutes. So the guy up top isn't like miles ahead of everyone else. Like sometimes the player in first will be more than double the number of chips of the second place player, and that's not the case here. That's a fold. Oh, he bet big. He called big. He folded. If I'd stayed in the hand, I would have had a straight. But you can't stay in the hand with a 5-4 offsuit. You often see that happen where you look at what your holding was and say, well, but you know you made the right decision because it was crap. Sometimes crap will win, but you can't bet on it. All right, so check here because I got hit by the big blind. So another check. And I'll fold to any bet. Yep. Okay, now I'm still in, no, I just dropped down to 8th from 7th. But hey, shit happens. All right, now I'm in the small blind, and I got a pair. You only get a pair once out of 17 hands, so you gotta really consider. Well, it depends, but I'm gonna go with this one. I'm set hunting, meaning I'm hoping a 7 shows up in the floor. It didn't. So that's a check and a fold if a bet comes. But I could win this hand, but we'll see. If everyone checks around, it doesn't have a pair. I could get lucky. No, I'm not lucky. All right, now I drop down to 8th again. It goes up and down. You gotta just go with the flow. Okay, dealer button, I can just fold without losing too many chips, just the ante. The ante is always 1/10 of the big blind in these tournaments. So everyone's waiting for the final table to happen. No one wants to get knocked out. And at the bottom, we're pretty even in stacks. 11, 14, 14, and 16. So who knows? A king is a thing. So I'll bet my king. I won't marry it. Okay, I got middle pair with a good kicker. So, but they're all bigger stacks than me, so I'll just check. If someone has an ace, they'll bet it. Or they'll bluff it if they don't. Or they'll just check. This guy's representing that he has an ace, or she. So I'm gone. Oh, I'm ahead of the person in 10th now. I'm in 9th. And again, this interface forces me to readjust it so I can see who's up top. Okay, so the one up top is, okay, that's a good hand. Ace 10 suited. But we're right on the button. All right, well, I'll still have a little bit behind. So I'm going to call this and hope for the best. Okay, I need to get running clubs. So that's not going to happen. But I hope everyone just checks. Okay, I gotta be gone, and I'm the caboose boy. Oh, we made it. I made it to the final table. You saw the lights come on. 1, 2, 3, 4. This one you don't really see because it gets covered up by this text. So I did it. I lucked out. All right, I'm in caboose boy, and I'm all in. So I could be in for one hand only, but at least I made it. That's what it look. That's what it's looking like. One hand and done. If a 7 comes, I'll have a straight. Go 7. Go 7. No. Crap cakes. All right, I'm most likely histoire, but it was fun while it lasted, folks. Yep, 3 kings. Wins the pot. Okay, well, I had fun, and I got there, and see you next time.